Shalom, friends. In the Piaseczner Rebbe's drasha for Chayeh Sarah, Tafrei Sadi Aleph, which would have been the fall-winter of 1930 in Derech HaMelech, he talks a lot about the balance between serving Hashem with simplicity and serving Hashem with machshava, with sort of deeper thought processes, and connects interestingly with also the aspect of Bechira Chofshit, of a free choice. And he says that when a person's on a really lower, simpler level of, serving Hashem with simplicity, then the free choice element, which he connects with the Sfira of Bina, which is a very high attribute of Hashem, is not, and it's also presumably the Tshuva, which is in Bina, then that person is in a safer place spiritually, and they can serve Hashem, but they're going to not necessarily grow. And the spiritual growth, he says, is dependent largely on machshava, on the thought process, which is growing and thinking about where you're at and thinking about your relationship with Hashem and working on it to get higher. But he says that automatically includes within it a certain danger of falling. As the higher you go, the more you could fall to a deeper place. So it's also risky, and as it's safer to play it safe and be a simple oved, a simple servant of Hashem, and do what you're supposed to do. But he says that way you're not going to grow. And he says this, the balance is, interestingly, he says, is found in the books of the Maggid of Kuznets, of his great-grandfather, who he says, explains, Ech mamshich devarim gevohim bekabbalah mefarsham b'nyanei avodat adam, that the Maggid brings down very deep ideas in Kabbalah, but explains how we apply them in our simple service of Hashem. So it's interesting balance. He does go on to say that sometimes if a person who is serving on a high level feels that they're falling, then in their avodah, their machshava, their tefillah, then he says they should basically bring themselves down temporarily to a place of pashtut, of simplicity, V'yomar inini ata eved pashut shel Hashem, and just say to yourself, right now I'm just a simple servant of Hashem. He says, say Adon Olam, Keben Kfar, sing the prayers like you're a simple villager that doesn't, just a simple pshat, and that's what you need to do, because when you get to higher places of thought, then you may also reach the place of not properly using your bechira, your choice. So it's all about finding a proper balance. To, on the one hand, strive to go higher in our service. On the other hand, to be sensitive, self-aware, to realize when right now I'm not in a place where that's appropriate, or perhaps I've reached too high and the results are not good for me right now, and therefore I need to sort of take it down a notch to more simplicity for a while. So Hashem should help us find the right balance in these aspects of our divine service, and it should all be l'shem shamayim, for the purpose of heaven, and we should hear good tidings. Shabbat Shalom, Kol Tuv.